Watson, Aerosmith and Run DMC, Roosevelt, Churchill, and Mike Ditka. Wait, that's not Ditka? Who's Stalin? Anyway, those collaborations have helped change the world, so we're out to do the same for the world of beer. We're off to Fraserborough. No, it's not Fraserburg, it's Fraserborough. Just because I can't pronounce it exactly right doesn't mean you don't have to. Fraserborough is home to one of my favorite brewers in the UK, if not the world. These guys are young, ambitious, talented, and pissed off at the man. We wanted to make a beer together that would frighten the knickers off the queen herself. Basha, double black Belgian IPA. Norway involves speedboats on the ocean, death-defying rock climbs, trips through stunning Norwegian fjords, and minke whale carpaccio. I couldn't wait to see what the guys at BrewDog had in store for us in Fraserborough.
We're in the car, and James says, "Do you want to go visit a castle?" So we're like, "Yeah, let's go see a castle."
When I picked the guys up from the airport, we went to see what is possibly the most disappointing castle I've ever seen.
We're all going, "What the hell is this? This is a castle?"
And it inspired Greg to start a list of his top 10 worst castles, and that one by default was number 1.
I mean, come on, we're in Scotland. What the hell were we doing visiting quote-unquote castles when we should be off tasting the finest whiskey in the world?
After the huge disappointment of the castle, we decided to do what all Scottish people like to do best.
From the first moment I met Karen, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. I soon realized that I'd at least have to watch where I was walking. I really am afraid I'm going to break something, like my head.
Knock you off at the knees somewhere just to get it out. I'll just give you the keys, you can go and just help yourselves.
I knew we were getting along really well. Help myself? Guys, you might have to wait outside.
There was a lot of chemistry in the whiskey tour, and it wasn't just of the fermentation. I didn't know where to look.
Greg and Karen? When whiskey's involved, anything's possible.
A little red in the cheeks after that comment you just made. Your skin's very soft.
Farmer's wife, you're me.
Farmer's wife?
Yeah. We're going down to Glasgow, see you later, okay? Enjoy your tour.
Fooling around with a Scottish farmer's wife does not seem like a very smart move, but
Okay.
not everything I've done in my life has been terribly smart.
You're going to have to learn some more about making whiskey first.
Okay. I bet it could go on to be like a Willy Wonka tour and I get left behind and I get sucked up through some tube. Or maybe there's whiskey in that tube. Okay, yeah. If I drink whiskey at this rate, I'm not going to be around for the dinner tonight. It'll be a fun afternoon though. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's ideal.
Lovely, isn't it?
That's a great photo. They were just leaving.
We're not
Though my heart was broken when it was time to leave Karen behind, all good things must come to an end. Besides, I didn't come to Scotland to fall in love. I came to Scotland to brew a beer. Turn the camera off. Knowing how broken up I was about leaving Karen, James was kind enough to let me drive his $12 million fishing trawler. He didn't actually let me take it out on the open seas, or start it up even, but he did let me sit in the captain's chair and make engine noises. After flying in from Norway, visiting a glorious stucco castle, downing a dram of whiskey with a chaser of bittersweet romance, it was finally time to taste some of BrewDog's decidedly untraditional beers.
You know, these guys have a lot of personality. They obviously have a lot of fun with what they're doing and kindred spirits. So it's great to come here and taste the beers at the source and hang out with these guys.
Hi, I'm Mitch.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Remain to meet you. I love your name. Mitch Steele.
When we first got to BrewDog, he came up to me and everybody told me he had just been waiting and waiting and waiting to meet me, which I still don't get.
Guys, I'm recovering from a heartbreak here. If somebody doesn't offer me a beer stat, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands. I like beer when it's this stage.
know, the Tokyo release and the controversy, I'm not sure. The only controversy I understand is that Mark lost his glasses for 2 days in Tokyo or something. I don't...
Okay, pretend like I'm giving you the right information and now you know what the right answer is.
Oh, the controversy. Because of the high alcohol content. Well, you know, it's the long, slow decline of Western civilization, and I don't think one 18% beer is going to make it any faster or slower, really.
Aberdeen, Wednesday, Stone Guys, meal, Aberdeen.
It's like the one single word, just making up a sentence. No verbs, no adjectives, nothing. Just the bare fact and a few semicolons.
Muse is an old banana hanging factory in Aberdeen, and apparently the Latin word for banana. The jury's still out on whether or not bananas had even been discovered when Latin was still a thriving language, but I digress. Let's talk Scottish food and beer. BrewDog's flagship Punk IPA, the pilot batch of 5 AM Saint, and the aptly named Trashy Blonde all vied for the privilege of being the perfect pair for the Haggis Spring Rolls. Trashy Blonde. I think I like this line the best. Combining attitude, style, substance, and a little bit of low self-esteem. Word has it that this was actually named after a waitress that works here. Are you going to confirm or deny that?
I haven't actually tasted them all,
Okay.
but I do like the Punk IPA.
You might be the Punk IPA?
Thanks.
And can we get another bottle of water up here as well, please?
Yep, sparkling again.
I'm almost human.
That was a confirmation. What I've got here is a Haggis Spring Roll.
Beautiful presentation.
Hot.
Haggis is a Scottish dish and we're forbidden to speak about what's in it. It's like the law in Scotland. You can't disclose what you've got underneath your kilt, you can't say what haggis is made with, and you can't say that you love or like anyone that comes from England.
Isn't it against the law to eat haggis in a spring roll?
No.
This is my breakdown of it.
What's your Bible?
It was very good. What's not good is allowing the filmmaker to also partake, which means we have no footage of anything else from the dinner except for the blonde chick and me licking the plate. Coming up next, we get to brewing our double black Belgian IPA, brave the North Atlantic in search of lobster, and Mitch gets roped into a very questionable film career.